Greetings viewers, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are refilming a video I shot on Friday and accidentally wiped out my SD card that had 4 videos on it. So, this isn't exactly the way I wanted this video to go. I've already shot it once and started digging through these parts, but this video is gonna be on procuring JDM parts for your Subaru Sambar or any other JDM imported vehicle. A lot of people have asked me in the comments on TikTok, here on YouTube Shorts, all the videos about the Sambars, saying, you know, those trucks are really neat, that's great, I'd love to have one, but where in the world do you get parts for those things? And today we're gonna talk about 2 of the larger Japanese exporters of JDM parts, Amayama and JapanParts.com. In my little Sambar group on Facebook that I'm a part of, that is the main 2 outlets that the majority of the people recommend for getting genuine Subaru parts in from Japan. So as part of an experiment, as a video for you guys, I went ahead and placed not 1 but 2 nearly identical orders. One from Amayama, I hope I'm saying that right, and one from Japan Parts. As I said, they were nearly identical. I think the only difference between the 2 orders was that Japan Parts was able to get me a set of Subaru genuine tailgate chains for the Super Deluxe, and Amayama could not. I think that's the only difference in it, but I'm not sure. So first off, both of these orders were placed on April the 19th, and they were placed within a few minutes of each other. So there's not a lot of disconnect. I think it was like 2 or 3 minutes between confirming and paying for each of the 2 orders. So I tried to order them at the exact same time, that way we could see who got the order to me fastest and what the cost of shipping was. So starting off with the Amayama, as I said, ordered April the 19th. The order shipped out on the 26th. These companies don't hold stock. They have to when you send an order in. They go to their local Subaru dealership, order the parts, package them, then ship them to you. So shipped out of Japan on the 26th. It arrived in my hands on the 28th. Really quick shipping once it left Japan. The Japan Parts order was, as I said, ordered at the exact same time on April the 19th. It didn't ship out till the 28th, and then I didn't receive it until the 30th. So a little bit slower than Amayama, but pretty much the exact same time frame, only a couple days. So I really hate that I've already opened both orders. I wanted to check, make sure that everything got to me as should have, especially since I bought the stuff from Japan and the shipping was quite exorbitant. And we'll talk about that really quickly right now. I don't have the receipt in front of me, but shipping on both of these orders from Japan was about $200 each. $200 shipping from Amayama and $200 shipping from Japan Parts. And that's all just due to the size of the box, size of the order, and the weight of it. And plus, with everything going on in the world today, shipping costs worldwide and locally have quite the jump in price. Even domestic stuff, UPS is really high right now as what it was this time last year. So we're gonna bring the camera down here, we're gonna go through what I got and look at how they were packaged, etc. from here out. So starting with the Amayama order, again, I wish I hadn't unpackaged this thing because it was packaged beautifully. Like every piece, there was no empty space in this box. Everything was bubble wrapped, every nook, corner, crevice, cavity was filled, everything perfectly suspended in some kind of protective bubble wrap or packaging. It was just beautiful, what you'd expect of a very OCD person or the average Japanese person. So what I got, first of all, we got a genuine timing belt with the sticker. We got a genuine Subaru water pump gasket. We got the distributor cap. We got the rotor button. We got a thermostat with gasket. We've got several little seals here. These are the side seals for the water pump and the timing belt cover. Really wanted to get those after doing the timing belt job on the JA. All of those were oil soaked and swollen, and I had to kind of cut them up and make them fit, kind of like on EJs when you know, they get swollen up with leaking fluids. I got a cam and crank seal. I got an exhaust manifold gasket because this truck is a lot louder than my JA, and I think I've got an exhaust leak. I got a genuine key because both my JA and the Super Deluxe came with aftermarket cut keys. Well, the JA had an aftermarket cut key. The Super Deluxe has a Subaru key, but it's like the valet key. It's not the one with the little hard plastic, so I got a genuine key. I got an exhaust manifold to center pipe or flex pipe gasket. I got an engine mount, which has been opened because I've already installed it on the truck. Timing belt tensioner, genuine water pump, and as you see, they even took and put that nice reinforced packing tape even on the factory sealed boxes. And then I got a battery box cover because mine was missing on this truck and my JA. So again, as far as like how well the packaging was done and how neatly presented the order was, Amayama definitely won that. As far as pricing, Amayama was slightly higher than Japan Parts because I believe the total on this order was $529 and some change, and the order from Japan Parts was $589, but again, we did get the tailgate chain kit from them where we didn't in this order. So let's go ahead and look at the Japan Parts order now. All right, so again, this isn't exactly how it was packaged, but pretty much I've reorganized a couple things in here. But yeah, it was packaged with Japanese newspapers and some bubble wrap. Not quite the caliber of precision packing as the Amayama order was. So let's get all the packing material out of here and out of our way. So again, another timing belt kit, or not kit, just the timing belt with the sticker. That manifold to center pipe gasket, all the little gaskets. I think there's 5 of them for the timing cover. Crank and cam seal again. Exhaust manifold gasket. Timing belt tensioner. Again, I got another key. I've already taken it out of the packaging. Again, I said I filmed this video and it got deleted, so having to refilm. Distributor cap, rotor button, thermostat, an engine mount, water pump, the factory tailgate chain kit. I filmed a video on installing that as well as the battery cover, but that was one of the videos that got lost. But here's that. And there's the bag that the key came in, and here is the box that the battery box cover came in because I've already installed it on the truck as well. So yeah, Japan Parts was able to get me tailgate chains when Amayama could not, but overall presentation and packaging, you know, leaves a little bit to be desired since it was not as tightly packed. Again, nothing got damaged in shipment from Japan, so, you know, I really can't fault it. But Amayama just had a way more professional looking presentation to the parts I ordered. And I did really appreciate that upon opening up my order. Oh, and that water pump gasket, if I didn't say that, it kind of got jumbled up in some of this stuff. So as far as ordering goes, Amayama definitely wins on that. You go in, pick what vehicle you got, year, model, and all that engine, and they have all of the parts diagrams where you can go through the diagrams and pick what parts you need with the part numbers. You can pretty easily find what you're looking for. Once you find all your parts, you can add it to your cart. Once it's added to your cart, instead of just going to checkout and paying, what happens is your order request will be emailed to Amayama. Amayama will go through, contact the local Subaru dealership or their Subaru parts provider, get a quote on the parts, get a shipping quote, and then they will email you back with a purchase link and a total, and you've got 30 days or 20 days to decide if you want to buy it or not. And once you purchase it, then they will go order it, bring it in, and it takes about 10 days, and then they will ship it directly to you. Neither of these two, as I said before, keep parts on hand. They're not a parts warehouse. They are a middleman. So when you place an order, they go to their Subaru dealership or provider, order the parts. Once they get them, then they have to box them and ship them to you. Japan Parts, on the other hand, it is pretty easy to get parts if you have a WRX or a Legacy GTB or any other JDM Subaru, but they don't specifically have a section for the K trucks or the K cars, in particular the Sambar, just because that's the one I looked at. So you do have to go in and email them and request with part numbers, which you do have to do some legwork to find the part numbers. But if you own a Sambar and you are on Facebook, check out Sambar Squad. That is a Sambar van and truck oriented Facebook page. Sammy the Sambar, Robert, the one that got me my original timing belt kit for this truck, or my JA, he's got a full spreadsheet of all the part numbers just about for these trucks. And I believe it's posted under one of the notes on the Facebook page. So that would be crucial information for any of you looking to get a Sambar or owners of Sambars if you want to find part numbers for the OE parts to order. But with Japan parts, as I said, you got to have your part numbers. You email them, and it's the same kind of process. Once they get the email, they'll go for the part numbers. They'll quote you a price on the parts and shipping. They will send you another email with what that price is going to be and a link to purchase. And then you go through the process, and you know, in about 8 to 10 days, it's to them. They ship it out to you. Now, in the last week or so, Japan Parts has actually decided they're going to add a subsection for us Sambar owners where it'll be a little bit easier to go through and order parts rather than have to email part numbers to them the whole way. But that aside, Amayama is still definitely the winner in ease of ordering parts due to all the parts diagrams and the readily available parts numbers. So all of you Sambar owners or potential Sambar owners, again, go check out Sambar Squad on Facebook. Check it out. There's a ton of information there. A lot of my repair videos are there. There's lots of posts there, write-ups on other repairs on the trucks, other information, parts, all of that good stuff. Again, it's not impossible to get parts for these things. As you see, you know, in a week or two, I got parts directly from Japan, which is what you want to get for these. I've found aftermarket parts are horrible in all aspects of auto repair, but on these trucks, aftermarket parts are usually cheap Chinese junk. I recently bought rotors and brake pads for the front of this truck because during my inspection, I found out that the front brakes were pretty much shot. They were down to nothing. And I ordered a set of rotors and pads off of eBay. It came to like 150 bucks, and they were some third world stink hole Chinese parts. The brake pads didn't even fit the rotors. I ended up having to take a sandpaper on a DA and sanding the friction material. I had to shave down the brake pads to get them to fit in the calipers with the rotors because it wasn't the right thickness. It was like 2 millimeters too thick or 1 millimeter too thick. So nothing beats OE parts. They go on, they're designed for the thing, and they're just wonderful. Aftermarket parts suck. I've never had really a good experience with aftermarket parts. I've used them, but you know, everyone calls me a part snob, but OE is the way to go. And it's not that much more expensive. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully this video has been helpful to you Sambar owners here in the US, or those of you looking to buy a Sambar. These vehicles being 25 years of age, most parts are still available, but Subaru is starting to discontinue things. So if you're having a Sambar or in the market for a Sambar, it might be wise to go ahead and buy and hoard back some parts like this just in case, so your little Sambar is not obsolete in a few years' time when you can't get crucial parts for it. So that's another reason why I ordered doubles this go around. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the next one.